Hi, in this video we are going to talk about Article 3, Clause 3 of the EU's AI Act, and the definition that we are going to talk about is provider. A provider is very central to the Act. So a provider can be a natural or a legal person. That means it can be a individual human being, a group of human being, or a legal person like a company. It can be public authority, it can be agency, or it can be any other. Now, so this is the who part, right? That we'll talk about in this figure as well. So a provider can be, this part covers who can be the provider. Now, this part covers what do they do. So what providers do is that they develop an AI system. We have talked about what is AI system in Article 3.1. So develops an AI system or a general purpose AI model. We are yet to talk about what is general purpose AI model, but we understand general purpose AI model as big models like, for example, let's say ChatGPT, Gemini, and so on. So provider is an entity that develops AI system or general purpose AI model, or that has AI system or a general purpose AI model developed. So I can develop it on my own, right? I am a company who has employees, who has developers who are developing AI system or general purpose AI model for me, or I can get it developed from someone. So an entity can become provider by doing these things, either by developing or by getting it done. Now, developing or getting an AI developed is not sufficient to become a provider. One has to fulfill this second condition as well. Places the AI system or the general purpose AI model on the market. Now, on the market here means on the EU market. Or puts the AI system into service under its own name or trademark, whether for payment or free of charge. So it does not matter whether it is done for free or whether it is done for some payment. That does not alter the status of a provider. What alters is a provider is one of these entities develops or gets it developed, the AI system or the general purpose AI model, and one has to place it onto the market or put into the service. If I just get it developed and if I don't place it onto the market, then I don't become provider. Now, what about the other way around? If I don't get AI system developed or develop them, but I just place it onto the market or put the AI system into service, does that make me a provider? Not really. So we'll see there are other entities also defined in the EU's AI Act where this distinction will be obvious. So for an entity to be a provider, it has to be one of these entities, develop an AI system or general purpose AI model, and place it onto the market or put it into the service under its own name. The moment you do it under, the moment an entity does it under its own name, that's a strong reason to believe that that particular entity is a provider. It does not matter whether it is for payment or for free of charge. Now, this is a small visual illustrated by one of my students, Prapti Bhatt, who is now a MS student at Department of ECS at University of Tennessee, USA. Now, so who can be a provider? A natural person or a legal person, public authority, agency, and other. Role is to develop or gets an AI developed. One more thing that is not there in the definition, but it has to be read that way. So remember when we talked about scope article 2, so we talked about that this regulation, that means EU's AI Act, applies to providers anywhere, right? So this definition combined with article 2 scope tells us that provider can be anywhere on the planet. It does not matter. So providers, they don't have to be inside European Union. Provider can be anywhere in the globe. Now, provider is a very tricky term. So I want to keep this particular video about providers short because we just want to discuss the definition of provider. But provider is, so there is something called downstream provider that is defined in Article 368 of this section, right? So downstream provider means, let's say, an example of downstream provider could be, let's say, if I use OpenAI keys, right, that give me access to their different various models, or Google or anyone, and then I use those keys to make my own AI. In this case, I'm not a provider per se. I become a downstream provider because I'm integrating their systems in my AI vertically or otherwise. Okay? So for the time being, we'll keep it simple. If I am using, let's say, OpenAI keys to access their models, and then I'm making something, like some AI, then I become a downstream provider. Article 25 also talks about the responsibilities on uh, the supply chain of the AI. Right now, this term considered to be a provider very much appears there, and but this is specific to high risk AI. Right? So Article 25, there are various ways in which one can become provider. First was provided in Article 3.3, where the definition of provider is provided. Article 368, where definition of downstream provider is provided. And Article 25, where it is said that an entity that is not a provider as such, but may be considered to be a provider of a high risk AI under certain conditions that we'll talk about when we'll talk about Article 25. The idea of covering here, it was that it's not just Article 3, Clause 3 that makes one provider. There are other ways as well, and we'll talk about these things in detail once we arrive there. That's it for this video. Now, if you have not subscribed to the channel yet, please do so and like the video, share it. Thank you so much.